Hampshire Independent Living Service, more easily known as HILS, is a charitable social enterprise. We were set up originally in 2007 to be able to provide Meals on Wheels for the county of Hertfordshire. And we did that. But what we realised along the way is that it isn't just enough to feed people who are older and vulnerable. Actually, our purpose as a whole organisation was to really keep people well and to keep them happy, healthy and independent for as long as possible. So over the intervening years, we started to develop a range of different services that would achieve that. And back in 2017, we had a wonderful opportunity, and that was to bid for part of the fund that Sport England had made available for keeping older people active ageing. Now, as an organisation, we serve really old people. In fact, the average age of our 15,000 clients who we support each year is 87. So we really are talking about older people. And that's not usually a group of people that we think about as being very active. So we were thrilled when Public Health Hertfordshire also came in with us to really trial whether or not we could have an impact on this older age group. And we devised an amazing programme together with the help of a wonderful group of experts as well to be able to trial taking exercise to people, working with them for 12 weeks and then really seeing the difference in terms of their strength and their mental well-being and their ability to be able to do the normal stuff of life. So we're really looking forward now to telling you more about that service and allowing you to hear from the voices of the people who both lead the service for us and the clients who have experienced it.
The Active Ageing programme is 12 weeks long, and depending on our clients' abilities, we offer 12 weeks of chair-based exercises or Otago strength and balance exercises. We meet our clients for the first time and we complete a really thorough evaluation to find out exactly what they need and want to achieve from taking part in those 12 sessions. We then complete that evaluation again at 3 months and once more at 6 months. We're always keen to stay in touch with our clients and check in on how they're doing, so we also follow up with a wellbeing call at 12 months to just make sure that they're still practicing those exercises and see if there's anything else that we can do to provide help. Now, our instructors always want to ensure that our clients can carry on with their exercises independently after the 12 weeks. So we provide lots of resources and we try and get their family and carers involved where possible so that they can carry on being active even after our intervention.
It's wonderful, Jade, to be talking to you about our Active Ageing programme, which has been so exciting over the last 3 years. We've learned, a huge amount about how we can really support people and people who are really quite old. So I know that one of the things that's made it really successful is being able to personalise the service around the needs of the individuals. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. So the great thing about the Active Ageing programme is that we get to work with all of our clients on a one-to-one basis. So we're not restricted in any way. We can completely tailor the programme around that individual. So we first meet the client and we find out exactly why they've either referred themselves to us or why they've been referred to us by another professional. And we work with them to say, let's set some aims. What is it that you want to get out of these 12 weeks with an exercise instructor? And then we can really tailor it from there. So it's very different for each person, as I've said. For some clients, it's that they want to be able to be more mobile. So it could be something like trying to be able to put them socks on by themselves or get out of bed by themselves. Or it could be that they want to be able to walk to the end of the street or to be able to get to the post box. So really, with regards to personalisation, it's endless. We naturally do it from the moment we meet our client in every single exercise session with them, and then with our continued support as well.
That's brilliant. So it sounds as if relationship is really important, getting to know the individuals so that we understand their needs and what they want to achieve. But are there any particular challenges dealing with clients who, let's be honest, the majority of them are in their 80s, 90s, hundreds even?
Definitely. There's always challenges, particularly working with that client group. You know, a lot of our clients have pre-existing health conditions. They may have had falls, they may be really lacking confidence, or just be really worried about becoming more active. For many of our clients, they will have little experience with exercise or may never have even exercised. So we have to really just take it very gently, you know, rather than starting with star jumps or anything like that. We're not doing that with our clients. It's simple things. It's what is it you want to work on, and let's start with something gentle in your chair. Sometimes they wouldn't necessarily think of it as being an exercise. For example, lifting their shoulders up to their ears and down to loosen up that shoulder joint because they've got arthritis in their shoulder. It's something as simple as that. And I think it's trying to reassure our clients that exercise isn't this big scary thing. It can be enjoyable. So we're always trying to make our sessions fun and engaging, and just making sure they feel comfortable and happy.
So that's fantastic that people sort of learn to really enjoy exercise. But very sadly, a lot of people feel that exercise is quite a negative thing. So how do we get them to join the programme in the first place?
Sure. So I think open conversations and having a chat with someone. So if I was presented with a client who maybe needed some support with becoming more active, and maybe they'd had some recent falls, they were very wobbly on their feet, I would just have a really honest chat with them and say, do you know the benefits of exercise, and explain what the programme would look like, how it could benefit them, how it could improve their quality of life. And I think just focusing on how much of a positive impact introducing some gentle exercises into your routine can have is really reassuring for those clients.
Fantastic. So I imagine you have hundreds of stories from experiences that you've had with clients, but do you have any examples of someone who has maybe been really hard to engage, or someone who, you know, hasn't really been very interested in doing the programme, although really it has been the best thing for them?
Sure. There's often clients that are reluctant to take part, and as I say, it's down to being nervous or maybe scared because of pain. So I'm thinking of one particular lady who, when I would arrive to see her, I don't think she was always necessarily excited for my visit because she knew it would mean she'd have to do some exercises. So again, I tried to make it realistic for her. So yes, I'm there for a whole hour, but that doesn't mean we're going to be marching in our chairs for the whole hour. It's time to get to know her and have a chat as well, and find out her likes and dislikes. So that's really where I started, because I couldn't even get 5 minutes out of her when I first met her. You know, she just wouldn't engage. I actually found out that she loved Countdown, the TV programme. In fact, she was always looking at the clock, and I realised that it was because my visit overlapped with Countdown being on television. So I thought, let's use that then. So when the countdown clock would come on, the 30 seconds, I would get her to march on the spot for the countdown clock. And I got a giggle out of her, and I got a bit of a laugh out of her. And as soon as she started realising that, okay, we can actually make this enjoyable, I can do it while I'm watching the telly, she was much more open to kind of getting involved. By the end of the 12 weeks, she was managing about 30 minutes of some seated and some standing exercises, but we really had to build that rapport in order to get that engagement.
It's wonderful to hear about the relationship that obviously exists between the clients who we're looking after and our team members. And it sounds as if that's a really important part of the success. But is there anything else that you feel makes it really impactful with this old age group?
Yeah, there's not just one thing. I think there's so much that we do as a company, and I think that's what as well as having HILS as a company delivering this, it's about our values and about our beliefs as a company. So, we always put our clients first, and the main thing is that we really care and we really understand this client group. So our instructors are really mindful of the people that they're going to be working with. So we're usually presented with very frail adults, and it's often this kind of stigma that I'm too old to get active, or they feel forgotten about. And it's trying to remind them that actually it's not too late. We can do more, we can make improvements, and also sometimes just maintaining where they are with their mobility and their strength is also an achievement in itself. So there's so much that we do, and we're always looking for what else can we provide. So we have so many resources that we give to our clients as well to support them to continue practicing without us.
Brilliant. So I think one of the things which has been really amazing is that we've been able to keep many clients working with us for the full 12 weeks of the programme, despite the fact that no doubt things sort of happen because of their age and frailty that you've been describing, but also that people carry on doing their exercises beyond the programme. Any ideas as to why that is, or any examples of someone who's achieved that?
Sure. So we have achieved that with lots of our clients, and that is shown in the evaluations that we complete. So obviously we track the client's progress, and we can see that in many cases they have maintained or improved their balance or their functional ability over the course of the programme. I think one thing that we do is we try and embed the exercises into their activities that they already do. So for example, we have one gentleman who he recognises each room in the house almost as a specific exercise. So he was actually quite an interesting character, very brutally honest with me. He wanted to improve his balance, so when I first started working with him, we were following the Otago Strength and Balance programme, but he was quite honest. He said, I'm not finding this, I'm finding it boring, he said. I was like, fair enough, that's fine. What else can we do to make this a little bit more interesting then? So we placed exercise names around his house, and he travelled from one room to the other, so getting those extra steps in too, and he would then do the exercises in each of those rooms. And now he remembers exactly what the exercises are, and as he gets up, he does his first exercise in his bedroom. When he then goes to the bathroom to brush his teeth, he carries on doing that, and that's really what it's all about. It's just making it realistic for our client group, and making sure that it's going to be okay for them to do on their own safely as well.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for telling us more about the programme that you have led and the inspirational way in which you have done that, Jade. So just to conclude then, this has been a programme which is so different to others because it really does target the older age group, an age group that feel written off in terms of exercise and that maybe don't want to engage normally. What would you say, in a nutshell, maybe just the last 2 or 3 things that you think have made this programme really successful?
I think for one, having instructors that care, they want to support our clients, they want to motivate them, they're passionate about exercise, and it's waving that flag that you're never too old to get active. I think working on the one-to-one basis works so well as well, because those 12 weeks are completely centred around that client, and they get so much kind of benefits from those 12 weeks, not just physically, but for their emotional well-being as well. And I would also say following the evidence-based programs as well. So we know that the exercises that we're completing with our clients are appropriate, and they will, if practiced regularly, help them to become more mobile and more stable on their feet.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. And let's hope that following the learning from this programme, many, many more thousands of older people will find that they can get and stay active. Thank you.
So as Jade mentioned there, one of the key factors that has made this programme a success is the amazing team that have come together to deliver the service. The team have come from lots of different backgrounds, but the thing that really links them together is their values and their passion for what we do. At HILS, we believe in recruiting people on the basis of values and attitude and training them for the skills that they need. So we've trained our active ageing team in chair-based exercise, Otago, behaviour change, dementia, nutrition, postural stability, and lots more. The team are truly passionate about what they do, and we wanted you to hear directly from a member of the team. So now you're going to see a short video of our team member, Nikki.
Hi there, I'm Nikki and I'm one of the exercise specialists at the HILS Active Ageing programme. I have worked in the fitness industry for 30 years now, and initially just sort of mainstream exercise classes, and then a few years into my career I decided to do some more training and I became a more specialist instructor, working not only with the older population but with people with various medical conditions. I have qualifications in cardiac rehabilitation, chronic respiratory, GP referral, and of course the postural stability PSI qualification. And that's what brought me along the road to working with the older population, and I have done so for many years. I absolutely love working with the people in this area. I find it extremely rewarding, and one of the main reasons for this is to see how people can progress and to see how people can keep their independence, living either on their own, at home, in a care home, wherever it is, and seeing their absolute enjoyment of seeing the progression that they make as well. Another aspect of what I enjoy and see all the time is their loyalty. I teach lots of classes as well as our face-to-face programme where we come into people's homes, and also now working virtually. The loyalty that you find within this group of people is tremendous, and you can see that they really do benefit and get a lot from the exercise sessions we give them. I would say that one of my lovely experiences was working with one of our ladies, Anna, and how she progressed from being extremely anxious and extremely worried about working on our hybrid programme, never using any technology, not having internet. We managed to get her a tablet, someone to support her, me to support her, which was saying something because I'm not so technically minded. But it was just so lovely to see her on camera finally, once we managed to work out getting her on the it was the WhatsApp video we used at that time, and the smile that appeared on her face, the enjoyment she showed, giggling away to say I've done it, and the achievement was wonderful for her. And we went on from there for her to do all the exercises, and it really helped her confidence. It helped her to feel more confident in her stability. It helped her feel more able to go for her walks when she really felt that that was a benefit to go out walking. And it really helped to strengthen all her muscles that she used throughout her everyday life. So that's one of my many experiences. I really hope that that's been a really good insight into who I am, what I do, and the pleasure I get from doing it. Thank you.
Now, during Nikki's videos, you will have seen one of our past participants, a gentleman called Derick. Derick actually won an award that we give to our clients, which is our Wellbeing Client of the Season, because there is nothing we love more than being able to celebrate our clients' successes and progress. Now, sadly, Derick is no longer with us, but we feel it is really important to keep sharing his story because he really grasped what active ageing is all about, and he was so dedicated to practicing his exercises. His family said that having his exercises to focus on each day gave him a sense of purpose and gave him pleasure in the later years of his life. Now, Derick was one of our frailer clients. A lot of the clients we see are very frail. Again, just a reminder that it is never too late to get active. Derick, when we first met him, was unable to stand from his chair without support from his carers. But by the end of the programme, he was able to use his own legs and arms to stand up. He was even able to transfer from his chair into his wheelchair. Now, before the programme, he would have had to wait for his carers to arrive in order to get something from within his home. But with his newfound strength, he was able to do this for himself, which gave him more dignity and again, more enjoyment in life. So looking at these pictures of Derick, it's really clear to see the progress that he made. You may notice that there's actually a beaker on Derick's table in the first picture. Now that was because Derick didn't have the strength to lift his head high enough to use a mug or cup. By the end of the programme, Nikki was actually able to make Derick a cup of tea at the end of the session in a china mug, which was a massive achievement and something that they both took a lot of pleasure in doing. Derick has been just one of so many success stories that we've had as part of the programme. And now I'm going to hand over to Catherine to talk about our wider impact.
At HILS, we're really passionate about the impact that our services and programmes have for people like Derick and all the others taking part. It's really important to us to measure the impact of what we're doing and ensure that it's having the desired effect, that it's keeping people happy, healthy and independent at home for as long as possible. I'd just like to highlight some of the key tools that we've been using to measure individual progress during the programme, and that's progress in terms of their physical and mental well-being. These tools help us to demonstrate the significant impact that the Active Ageing programme is having and show how we can make a huge difference in people's lives, even for our most frail and elderly clients. We have measured the success of the Active Ageing programme in a number of ways: whether participants met their objectives, progress in their physical health indicators, progress in mental health and well-being indicators, and whether clients enjoy the programme and how they feel. Clients set objectives for themselves during the programme. Some examples of these are walking to the end of my garden, getting out of a chair independently, being able to put on my own socks and shoes. These are aims that, if achieved, can support life satisfaction, happiness and independence. You can see from this graph that the vast majority of our clients achieve or exceed the goals that they have set for themselves at 4, 8 and 12 weeks. One of the main aims of the programme is to increase activity levels, as measured using the Short Active Lives tool. We saw an amazing increase in activity levels, with clients achieving a 157% increase in minutes of activity each week on average. A key issue for people in our client group is falls, so we used the Falls Efficacy Scale to measure their concern about falling. On this graph, the green line shows the average change in score for the different cohorts of clients, and the thin grey lines show each individual client's score change. You can see that there is a really clear difference, and clients are experiencing much less fear of falling after working with our team for just 12 weeks. Another tool we used to measure physical improvements is the Berg Balance Scale, which looks at a person's ability to safely balance whilst undertaking tasks such as transitioning from sitting to standing. On this graph, you can see that the orange average line is going up, which shows that most clients are seeing a noticeable improvement in their balance. Evidence shows that Berg balance scores tend to decline each year for people over the age of 70, so we're particularly proud that our service has helped to stop and reverse that decline. We also used a tool called the Clinical Frailty Scale, which runs from 1 to 9, with a higher score indicating a higher degree of frailty. The average score reduced over the time of our intervention, with 45% of clients reducing their score and 22% of clients maintaining their score, which is also a successful outcome for this client group. Any reduction in score here represents a real change for the client's life. For example, a reduction of score from 5 to 4 would mean an individual has gone from needing help with many daily needs to not being dependent on others for daily help. We also use the Prisma scale to give a score between 0 and 7, which indicates the level of frailty. If someone gets a score of 3 or more, they are considered to be frail. And given the average age of our clients, most of them straight away get 1 point for being aged over 80. When clients join us, 98% of our frail cohort and 82% of our transition cohort are considered frail. After 12 weeks, the number of clients considered to be frail reduces by 3% in each cohort. You can see from this graph that there are significant reductions in the number of clients who have health problems which require them to stay at home or limit their activities, and reductions in the number who need someone to help them regularly or who use a walking aid. On mental health, we use the ONS Wellbeing Survey, which measures happiness, life satisfaction, worthwhileness of activities, and feelings of anxiety. Here again, we saw improvements across all client groups. We also noticed something interesting. Mental well-being scores at the beginning of the programme were correlated with the client's physical ability scores at the time, underlining the importance of physical mobility in mental well-being. We know that for our client group, loneliness is a key issue, so we used the Campaign to End Loneliness measurement tool to assess this. We can see from this graph that in each group there is a reduction in feelings of loneliness, and this is particularly the case for our frail clients, which is likely due to their increased physical mobility now allowing them to increase their social connectivity. It's also important for us to measure whether our clients enjoy the programme, since this will help them to stick with exercise afterwards. You can see from these graphs that clients really enjoyed the programme and felt appropriately supported and safe. The majority said that they felt more confident with daily activities, that their mobility and general health has improved, and that they do more physical activity than before. Overall, we're really proud of the significant positive impact that we've had on our clients' physical and mental well-being. Our programme has shown the benefits of exercise to help older adults to stay happy, healthy, and independent at home for longer.
Now, in March 2020, when we went into lockdown, we unfortunately had to suspend the Active Ageing programme. But for us, we knew that we had to continue to support our clients no matter what. So we got creative and we came up with ways of keeping them active despite being in lockdown. We sent resources packs that included crosswords and word searches, all with exercise in mind. And we even ran phone calls where we were trying to encourage them to complete exercises over the phone. This also allowed us opportunity to create a new pathway. So not only do we have the opportunity to offer the sessions face-to-face, we now have the opportunity to deliver our exercises via video call. Now, for our client group, some of them have never used technology, or they may be very nervous about using technology. So we've had to ensure that this new hybrid pathway is completely accessible. Our instructors are really mindful when introducing it to clients that they might feel intimidated about using technology. So they offer support and guidance, and we even give them how-to guides so that they don't need to worry about something going wrong and they're always prepared. We're going to take a look now at our instructors delivering some of these sessions, and we're also going to look at the hybrid pack that we've developed and that we use with each of our clients.
My name is Tanya and I'm a chair-based exercise and a Targo strength and balance exercise instructor. I am also a yoga teacher and I work for HILS as a part of the Active Ageing department. And we're all about getting people over the age of 55 moving and what I love about this job is that each day is so different. Everybody has their own individual goals that they want to achieve. And I just think it's a real honour, and I find it really rewarding being able to go on this journey with them. So exploring their physical well-being, exploring their mental well-being. And as I say, it's just an honour to be able to support and encourage them that no matter what age you are, you can always create goals and you can always make a success of something. I had one lady who she would use her stair lift or her chairlift every day, and she built so much confidence during our sessions and during the program that towards the end of the program she was just using her stair lift to carry heavy things up and down the stairs, and she was able to climb and walk up and down the stairs on her own. And it was so amazing to be able to watch and see her confidence grow. And as you can imagine, that's given her so much freedom. Not only that, but her loved ones, her family also noticed a real difference in her confidence as well. So it's been lovely to see her share her successes with her friends and her family as well. Every day is obviously different. It keeps me on my toes, which is what I enjoy. I find that a challenge. And as I say, that everybody's individual needs are different. But it's, as I say, such an honour to be able to be a part of that journey, to almost unlock an area that maybe that they didn't even see that they could do in themselves. So almost getting them to see their potential, and encourage them. So yeah, as I say, it's every day is different, and I really enjoy meeting my clients, getting to know them, and the stories that they have to share as well, and just having that communication as well with somebody each week. Not only is it nice to hear their stories, but it also sort of, helps me as well and grow as a person and understand how sort of each person's different, and you can take something from one client and even sort of put it to another client as well. And I think the great thing about what we're doing now at the moment with this hybrid pathway, this virtual way of working, is we're introducing our clients to technology and gaining their confidence around that, not only so that they can contact their loved ones, but also it's just a new challenge for them as well. And I think during this time of isolation, that's been so key and integral part of, keeping individuals connected with the rest of the community. And I really do feel that active aging has that community feel. And I look forward to continuing to teach my clients and work with them.
This is the tablet our clients starting the hybrid pathway will receive. It's a Samsung Galaxy tablet. It comes with a stand, a charging cable and a plug. On arrival at the client's property, we try to identify a good positioning for the tablet, and we encourage the clients to keep it where we have installed the tablet. We use Skype to call our clients on the tablets, and we have made the settings so they're on auto answer. I'm just going to demonstrate using my phone to call this tablet. You get a bit of feedback when you have two devices close together, so I've just ended the call. As instructors, we receive these two documents in the pack. This one talks through setting up a Skype account and how you do that and how you log in on the tablets. And then this one is for when we're transferring a tablet from one client to another client. We want to ensure all the data has been taken off of the tablet and everything's been cleaned and put away properly. The clients receive this document. This one, it shows the client the best way to position the tablet, making sure there's good lighting, how to turn the volume up and down, where to sit, and everything else that they could need in sort of a basic how-to form. This laminate they also receive, which goes through some troubleshooting. If we ever come across any problems when using Skype, they might need to know how to unlock the tablet, and this just talks through doing that.
I forgot all that. So you're looking well.
Oh, not bad at all, no.
I know. Had your breakfast?
Oh, long time ago.
And now you're going to have lunch and then go through your normal routine.
Yeah, I was just having lunch, yes. Because it's midday now, isn't it? Yes. What about you? How are you?
Well, I was hanging on waiting because I wasn't quite sure, what time we would be connected. So I can have that any time.
I see, yeah.
So I've been busy making Easter biscuits, so your mother will be very pleased. With the oil of cassia. Yeah, but you're looking good, Mike, anyway. Your hair needs doing or something to it.
What hair? Which one?
Well, on the side there.
Oh, you mean bushy? Yes.
Yeah,
You can't, I'm
it
not,
needs to cut, does it?
they won't. You can't go to a barber at the moment.
No,
you're not allowed
that's why
to.
I've got this style. I call it lockdown style.
Ah.
So I've got a ponytail, and then the sides clip back. It's just ridiculous.
Well,
Actually, they will be able to open shortly because they're moving them from hospitality to personal care.
Oh, I see.
So once they come across, they're reclassified. So once they come across,
yes,
then we will be able to go. Yeah. And it can't come soon enough.
Oh, well, yes, it's trying, isn't it?
So what we've just heard is some amazing examples of impact in action, of people achieving goals and outcomes that are quite incredible for their age and stage of life, really making a difference to their independence. But what you may not realise is that that last clip that we saw was of one of our clients, Michael, who is 91 and is living with dementia. Now, the tablet that you saw him using there to speak to his sister-in-law was actually bought by her at the end of the programme because he had enjoyed this hybrid route so much and because it had gone so well. And he is now able to link in with her. He's keeping his exercises going, but he is now back in his community, talking to his family, having that wider impact of being connected and less lonely. Now, talking about wider impact, actually this programme has gone way beyond the individuals. It's gone way beyond their family members. It's gone way beyond our teams because it has positively impacted the wider health and wellbeing sector. We are able to bring clients onto the programme when they have finished their statutory provision of physiotherapy. We're able to support people when they come out of hospital after they have maybe had an illness or they're recovering from an injury or some other happening. We are supporting people who are recovering from COVID. And also we are keeping people well before they maybe go into hospital to have a procedure or just keeping them independent for longer. And of course, this has a huge impact because it saves money elsewhere and most importantly, it relieves suffering. Why is it that we write off older people rather than saying we can have impact? We can still have enormous preventative value even in the last part of someone's life. So, I hope that you have seen in our little presentation today that actually staying active is a wonderful thing and that it is indeed never too late to stay active. And now we really look forward to answering your questions. Thank you.